Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Brick by Brick podcast. Believe it or not, this is the Christmas special. We decided to bless you guys with an episode hot off the presses for Christmas. I know we probably could have done a Christmas jingle for our intro, but some things come to us a little late.
Nope, not that one. Nope, hang on.
It's okay. That's close enough. That makes me think snow. Cool. But yes, we are. Christmas is on the horizon, so we thought, you know what? Let's get an episode, a more fun episode. We're gonna do a little bit of a experimentation. Hopefully, hit you with something new this time around that you enjoy. A little more laid back, a little more riff heavy, but I think y'all are gonna enjoy it. Jacob, how's this break been treating you, or have you been on a break?
Well, I mean, when the school's not in, campus is really quiet.
Yeah.
So technically, I haven't been on a break, but I've been. Yeah. So it's been good. Been here. We've been doing some projects in the worship center, some new cameras.
Love that.
Yeah.
We trying to get like the 3D angle for Sunday morning worship.
We're just trying to get something that looks good.
Yeah.
Quality.
I feel that, man.
Quality.
That's wanted to. You know. It's not all about looks, but you want it to look nice.
Yeah.
You can't help it. Can't help wanting it to look nice.
It'll look nice. So we're working on that. But yeah, next week we'll have off in between.
Very nice.
So,
Very nice.
So we'll join the school.
Yeah.
On break. So
yeah, this it's always nice heading on a break. Just came back from Disneyland, as you can tell.
Ooh, Disneyland?
Sorry, Disney World, the one that's in Florida.
The one in Florida.
Right?
The East Coast one.
Yeah, the one in the United state of Florida, where they kind of do whatever. I'm still wearing.
You're wearing my badge.
Okay, but had a good time there. Just enjoyed eating a lot of food.
Oh yeah,
pretty much. But that's it's neither here nor there. But today we're gonna be doing something a little different. So whenever Christmas time rolls around, a lot of churches like to get kind of goofy.
Yeah.
And not kind of goofy. I'd say extremely goofy. They like to do moderate to severe amount of trolling when it comes to the content they're putting out. Because, Christmas is one of those days during the year where people who usually aren't in church are going to go to church.
Yep.
Like that and Easter.
The CEOs.
The what?
The CEOs. You never heard this?
No.
Christmas and Easter onlys.
Oh my gosh. I've never heard of that.
They're the CEOs.
Dude. Man, you learn something new every day.
Yeah, you do.
What a blessing. Yeah, the CEOs, right? I appreciate that. But yeah, the CEOs, this is the time of year where, they're pulling out all the stops, right? And unfortunately, they're pulling out the stops when they should be hitting the brakes most of the time. Because they're going to start doing things like Christmas productions, Christmas skits, Christmas musical-ish-esque things.
Right.
And they're awful in many ways.
Not all of them. Not all of them.
But
we're gonna look at some
the ones we're not gonna look at good ones today.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're mostly pretty bad.
Yeah.
Because there's just that when you have like big churches, there's that draw to make it something memorable, make it something remarkable.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what they're doing. So today we're gonna be doing something we've never done. We're going to be doing a little bit of a reaction channel content for you. Now, I know this, you might think, wow, that's me and my wife, in case you're wondering. Now, we're going to be looking at a couple of posts that were made on an Instagram account for the Hills Online. It's a church, I'm assuming a mega church, because I don't think you're going to have access to this otherwise.
No, you would be correct.
But we're going to look at this advertisement for their Christmas services, and I want you to kind of use a critical eye as to what is missing and what is present. Okay, so I'm going to play this video.
It's your boy, the Grinch. Just want to let you know here at the Hills Church, we're putting all the money into our Christmas services. Check this out. We can't even afford normal lights. We got this guy holding up. How you doing, Josh?
Hey, okay.
Thanks, buddy. Shut up. All right, everybody, so make sure you join us for our Christmas services, 3, 5, and 7 p.m. Old National Events Plaza, December 23rd. Anything else to say, Josh?
No.
Perfect. Take it away, Michael.
Okay. So, I need you to kind of
Good
look.
dog, everybody. It's your boy.
I'm gonna just mute that. I'll have it playing in the background. So I need you to take. Most of you probably missed this in the video because it was your first viewing. But if you look very closely, that's the Grinch. And I have no idea why funds were allocated to acquire a Grinch costume.
Well, didn't you hear him? He said, all the money is going to our Christmas services. So all of these faithful people who tithe, all of their money went there.
Went to that.
Man.
And it's just he kind of did what they call he said the quiet part out loud. You shouldn't tell the congregation. I mean, you shouldn't be able to tell the congregation that you wasted all this money on something so frivolous and pointless as a costume for the Grinch from the Grinch Stole Christmas live action version. I can't believe this one. It kind of just took me off guard.
Oh, yeah.
When you sent me this, I couldn't believe my eyes.
It was perfect because we had just decided, hey, we're gonna do something fun, a Christmas special.
We'll do a Christmas special.
I'm
we'll
scrolling through. Actually, Royce had just said, so hey, if you see anything, send it to me. Oh,
yeah.
Great. In 10 minutes later, I sent you this. I was like, that's perfect.
Yeah, it is perfect. It's great that we're using the Grinch. I can't think of anything more apt for this season than the Grinch being there. And he does more stuff like this. He's taken like the Grinch, I think he's like in a movie theater in one clip, and he's like saying, I'm going to mess with people and stuff like that and just be the Grinch.
Oh, there's more?
Yeah, he does a bunch of Grinch stuff. I mean, dude, if you're going to buy a Grinch costume for upwards of, I'd say, over $200 to $300, because the face paint's probably separate, but dude, that you're spending some cash on that. You're going to have to cash out. And
you got to justify.
Yeah, you got to use it, right? You got to use it.
In all of these videos that you're referring to, they all have to do with marketing, like getting people.
Yeah, marketing the Christmas program, marketing the Christmas stuff. Unfortunately, and that's what you're going to see is there's emphasis placed on coming to the Christmas. You do you're going to see with Church by the Glades in a second. That guy who's going to be. You do not want to miss the Christmas programs here at Church by the Glades, and you're going to hear that momentarily. Those similar words. I'm gonna be real. I'm pretty sure that was a pretty good impression.
It was. You're good at those.
It's been a bit of an awakening seeing
you've done quite a few during this podcast.
I've been there's been a kind of a renaissance of me and my impressions lately. I was at Disney this past week, and I was driving my wife and my parents crazy with my my Goofy impression. I can't do it as well now, but when I was there, when I was in the Disney grounds, dude, I was killing it. Every time we'd be on the GPS and be like, left, turn left, Trey.
That was really good.
Yeah, but you gotta you gotta practice it, and then you have to enter into the Goofy impression. And I was doing some crazy bits. I was doing stuff with I had this running joke with Caitlin that if you didn't have your magic band, your identification, the Goof Stoppo would come and get you. Well, I see you don't have your magic band. I'm getting off track. I had some fun. But
that was
thank
good.
you.
Good job.
Thank you. I just working on my type 5 right here.
But is applause. I was gonna try and I don't remember which
roll
one
the dice, hit one.
Let's go for it. No, wrong one.
Ooh, that's rough. No, don't do it. Don't.
That would have worked.
That would have worked. Anyways, I'm sorry, people. We're having fun here, right?
It's the Christmas special.
You're gonna see a lot of these clips coming up in this next one in the video we're gonna watch last, where this guy puts all these things together. This is Church by the Glades. They're known for huge productions for Christmas, and you can tell that the barrel does not runneth over with ideas. The barrel scrapeth at the bottom because anything could be a production for Christmas with Church by the Glades. So we're going to see this right here. I like your message, not Church by the Glades.
Are nothing less than spectacular. Every year, it melts your face. Don't you miss Christmas services.
So,
Nothing less than spectacular.
yeah, that was the beginning.
Every year, it melts your face. Don't you miss.
I think it started over.
Yeah, I know. There's a line I was wanting to hear again. The melt your face, Christmas service line always gets me.
It'll melt your
Yeah,
face.
I wish it would just melt your heart of stone. But that's apparently too much to ask for. They can only melt your face. But yeah, this is a lot.
What else
of,
would happen at church, Royce?
Nothing else happens at church. You give money to the church and they install suspension wires.
Face melting Christmas services.
Face melting Christmas services. But yeah, that's a lot of what they do. Whenever you see a lot of these big productions, it's usually Church by the Glades. Some things you're going to see a lot of for some reason. This Stephen Kozar pointed out in the video we're going to watch later. There is this fascination with Pixar in these videos.
Yeah.
There is like a whole segment where it's like, Woody and the Woody people, the Toy Story people, which makes sense because Christmas, there's like the idea of like toys, like Toyland, whatever, which makes sense. But there's Nemo there. I don't know what that's about, but that's just this weird thing. So anything from pop culture is being grasped at for these productions. That's Santa Claus walking on
a
no, it's not a tightrope. He's acting like he's walking on this. This is a bridge, a beam of light, like he's in Alfheim trying to free the light elves. And this is God of War. I'm sorry. Moving on. Let's watch this one. This is my favorite out of the three.
Join us for Christmas services at Church by the Glades. The creativity, the worship, the encouraging message, it's our signature CBG approach for
that's
the
rough.
season. Christmas is always our biggest weekend of the year. You can find all the service times and everything else you need to know at cbglades.com.
So one more time, I want to hear.
On behalf of
There's
everyone
Woody.
here at Church by the Glades, we can't wait to spend this holiday season with you and your family. See you at Christmas.
Okay, I want her to say this again. This is big.
We want to personally invite you to join us for
Can I
Christmas
freeze that
services
right?
at Church by
No.
the Glades.
There we go. This line right here, this is rough.
Yeah. This is what we're getting at.
Because she follows us up by saying, this is our signature thing. Like, this is the thing that we provide. We provide creativity, worship, and an encouraging message. These are all things you could hear anywhere else, right? If I were to freeze frame that, honestly, if I were to remove their tagline at the end of Church by the Glades, you could make the case that this is simply like going to Cirque du Soleil or something like that, right? You could say, oh, this is like a secular humanist celebration of, the human spirit and of generosity and caring and giving and love. And we could say, I could sit here and make a case for this being humanist all day, right?
Yeah.
Because nothing here points to Christmas, let alone Christ, right? Which is the crazy thing with this is like, especially with the Christmas celebrations, there's so much bandwidth of Christmas things you can do, right? Yet we've got this lady's spinning from the ceiling like she's in the circus, and then I don't think Church by the Gates even does Christmas stuff. Well, we got this guy.
The worship aids.
They're at least in stripes. That's fine. Like, that's the Incredibles and Sully.
The worship,
What
the
is going on
message,
in half the
it's
stuff,
our signature
right?
CBG approach for the season. Christmas is always our biggest weekend of the year.
Yeah, so this fixation on making sure you don't miss this show. This is the show that you can't miss. This is amazing. It's the time of your life or whatever. Once again, I'm not liking the video. I liked the message that I double tapped it on accident. Okay, this is trash. Now, this one is especially. This is where we're getting into the very creepy territory. I'd say the biggest crime that all these videos have committed is that they're cringe.
Yeah.
They're just not funny. The Grinch didn't even do a good Grinch impression. And, who's the guy who does Grinch in that movie?
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey's not even like the best person to have done it. He's like, oh yeah, I'm like the crazy guy. I get it. Good job. But this one's a problem because the messaging here, visually and through what we're singing is really off-putting. So this one bothers me a lot. Yeah, there's Santa Claus walking on a beam of light. I don't know how he got up there so fast, but this one, this is they really jumped the shark on this one.
So what's the song? First of all,
I don't know. I've never heard that song in my life.
Something about, maybe they wrote, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I heard something about sweet as sugar and talking about some dude with tattoos on his arms.
Yeah, he is the guy with the candy man has tattoos on his arms, and he's charming.
Oh.
So it's a very romanticized song, which, why are we singing that in church?
Why are you singing it?
Like, I know the big thing is like romanticizing our worship songs, but that's not even romanticizing your relationship with Jesus. That's simply, that it's like a romantic, song. Other things I want to point out, unfortunately, is like Pastor Hughes shared it, like personally. Yeah. Like if you click on the video, it's Church by Glades and Pastor Hughes share this video. Why? Like, I mean, another thing, I hate to be this guy. Like, I hate to be the but like the clothes, you're gonna see this a lot, are very not appropriate for church.
Not the stage of church.
Not even, their church, I would say. Like, everything's form-fitting. Mm-hmm. Like, the pants are tight, the shirts are tight. You're going to see when we watch the big video of the messed up church version, like, it's just more of the same. Yeah. Right? Even the guys, like, everything, we've always talked about the pastors who wear, like, tight shirts, and everyone's going to be like, Royce, isn't it a little bit hypocritical that you're talking about pastors wearing tight shirts when you yourself are known to wear a tight shirt here and there? It's like, listen, okay, when you're big, right? I'm sorry, but the issue is just the messaging is inappropriate. The fixation on this romanticized thing is inappropriate. The fact that it's Santa Claus. Yeah. I know he's the Christmas thing, but like, I don't know, it's just weird. It's really weird.
Yeah, I mean, and like, what have we not seen or heard in any of those videos?
Any kind of hint or reference to the gospel.
Exactly. The only reason that we would know it's even happening at a church is because, number one, it's from their page, and number two, because it says, come to our Christmas services at, and they, whatever the church is called. I mean, that's so problematic. And the Grinch was a different church, right? The
Grinch was Hills Online.
Hills.
I'd never heard of them.
Yeah,
but it's about to get real with this next video. But one thing I just want to highlight before we move on is this. I think we talked about this before, but this strategy of like you gotta fight fire with fire, or I think a more apt description is like, spreading the gospel and evangelizing is like, it's like intergalactic travel. You're trying to get to a planet, all right? This planet is over here, right? It's up here. But you don't have enough fuel to get to that planet, right? So what I've got to do is I got to see this planet over here. This planet over here, I'm going to give it a random name. I'm top of my head, Heresy, right? This planet's name is Heresy. And I'm going to use the gravitational pull of Heresy instead of going straight to the gospel message, I'm going to use the gravitational pull of this one to slingshot myself to hit the gospel, right? Yep. That's the strategy we're using. But then what'll happen is we hit the gravitational pull of heresy, and we're like, man, this is nicer. I like this a lot more.
You stay
yeah, orbit
I like
around
that.
there. You become a
stay
satellite,
there.
right?
That's a good point. So, like,
It's the only kind I make.
correct me if I'm wrong, but I think what you're getting at is these people, these churches are using all of this in maybe not, but maybe some kind of redeeming. No, I'm not gonna say not redeeming.
That would be their defense.
Are they trying to say, "Hey, we do this to get the foot in the door, and then next Sunday's a normal Sunday, so come to that"?
Kind of. I would kind of say that, but I don't think they have a normal Sunday to go back to.
That's what I was going to say.
Right?
They're stuck in that thing you were talking about. Because they're saying, this, even if they said it, right? But then whenever you look at what is normal for these churches, it's not the gospel.
Yeah,
they're not
exactly.
getting up there and preaching the gospel. They're getting up there and preaching all the stuff we've talked about before on the podcast.
Yeah, especially with Pastor Hughes. He's known for having the big props and stuff on his stage.
Yeah.
Like he did like the big comfy couch one year, right?
Yeah.
So it's we're putting all the money into the production of Christmas, but there's going to be a thing next time. When we start the next series, we're going to have that thing that we fixate on.
And that, like we talked about before, that's what keeps the people there. Because if they were to stop with all of the theatrics, and the people would be like, "Oh, well, we don't like this church anymore."
It's like they got to have that kind of constant dopamine button.
Yeah.
That's provided by the theatrics. Like, I mean, it's just it's like you're one of these people who attend these churches and you're like, well, golly, I can't. My church, there's going to be a person juggling whatever thing is remarkable. I didn't think that through, but like they're doing something. They're going to be doing something that is crazy. It's the spectacle, right? And I think that's where they're kind of getting lost in the sauce here. Yeah. Like they really don't. It's just like I said. They've gotten stuck in the orbit of just doing the thing, and they've forgotten what the thing they're doing was. The thing that was meant to get them to the thing, not that wasn't supposed to be the point. They were
to be their thing, and it's become.
But then it's like if you're gonna. If all this money is going towards, making the productions good, like how important you're probably going to see the sermon as like oh, golly, I got to go up there and say something now, which is why, a lot of times Pastor Hughes is, accused of sitting up there and telling a story for 30 minutes and never getting to the point. Yeah. Right. I mean, I've literally, because the guy we're going to watch is named Steven Kozar. He has a YouTube channel named Messed Up Church, and we're kind of going to replicate what his channel's like sometimes in this next video. But he's done breakdowns of some of the sermons he's heard some of these churches preach, and they'll say things, I kid you not, like, okay, well, for the sake of time, I'm only going to read this much of scripture. It's like, well, hold on. Why are we in this situation for the sake of time? You had all the time, but you wasted it showing a video of how your gym is cool or something. Like, it's one thing he did, like a segment about his gym or like working out, because all these these male pastors are relatively jacked. Like they're not they're people who just like that person hits the gym. Right. And the way they dress, they're not gonna let you forget it. Right. And once again, you're like, Coach King, are you projecting? I don't know.
Are you? Yeah. Is this a hypocrite?
Is this a hypocrite? Anyways, now we're gonna look at this video by Steve Kozar, and it's called "The Messed Up Church" is his YouTube channel. I like this channel a lot. Unfortunately, if you find some of the churches you prefer listening to on these videos, then I've got bad news for you. You might not want to watch that church anymore. But this guy likes to do. He has a piece of content called "Hit the Bar," where he and his wife and their cute dogs sit there and they will listen to a sermon and they'll pause and hit the space bar to talk about what they're watching. We're gonna kind of do the same thing because, like we said earlier, this stuff is goofy, right? You're gonna laugh at it. It's funny to see kind of how far off the mark we've fallen in some areas, but we can tie it back in later. But this is Messed Up Church. He does this kind of this collaboration of all the weird Christmas stuff he's seen, and he's updated it each year. So he's going to break this down for us, and hopefully this will earn us a sub. You'll subscribe to our channel, but also I want you to check Kozar out as well. He's great. He's amazing.
Fire. Inappropriate.
Yeah.
I'm going going to show you a bunch of different clips of what some churches are doing for Christmas productions, either video or on stage or both. And I just want to ask the question, what is this? Why are we doing this? Is this a really good idea, or is it maybe not such a good idea? I'm not going to do a lot of commentary. I'm just going to play the videos, and it's just something.
Leave that to us.
Welcome to our Christmas spectacular! And wait, it gets even better.
I originally made this video.
One sec. I hope that's not the pastor.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
like
probably
I mean, I love, you know, it's nice when you kind of joke around with your pastor. It's, you know, when your pastor's preaching, it's fine that they, you know, throw in a zinger here and there, right? But that was childish
And cringy.
Yeah, it was cringy, of
cringe.
course. It's all gonna be cringe.
Yeah.
But like the turning aside and pouting and like kind of like, oh, look, can you believe it got a tail? It's like, yeah, I can believe it. You can't, you put it on and went on stage. I do believe it.
Do you think the laughter in the crowd was just like, was it genuine or was it pity?
I hope it's pity. I really hope it's pity because it's rough. But yeah, just I don't know. There's kind of levity that I'm okay with, but I don't know. That's weird. I wouldn't wear this sweater if I was at the pulpit on Sunday morning.
Or these hats.
Yeah, or these hats. Like, this is for a last minute
for
bit
the
that
Christmas
I put together. Yeah,
special.
it's for the Christmas special. We're just having fun here. Yuletide, let the Yuletide roll. All right.
December of 2020, but I'm adding some new clips and updating it for the year 2022.
Stop. Look, I think there's been a big misunderstanding.
How can you be that close? Like, how? That is the funniest line in this entire video. There's been a misunderstanding, and you not get it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like, because it's not ironic because you made the video. Like, I get the video. But you're doing the thing you're saying is missing the point. You know, I love it. I'm sorry. Hold on.
You ready, Simon?
Okay.
Are you ready, Theodore?
So he's doing a little thing where he's taking you through like an excerpt of everything, but we're gonna stop and look at all these things separately.
Cannoli, bad tidings I bring.
Cannoli.
I'm getting too old for this sort of thing.
Dude, the editing Stephen Kozar does, it is immaculate. What song is that? Do you know what song that is?
It's familiar.
Yeah, exactly.
There's Pixar.
There's Pixar.
It's me! Can you believe I...
This guy's hard to listen to.
He is.
This guy.
I feel bad for him.
This guy, yeah. His little monologue that we're gonna hear from him. It's only maybe not even a minute, but it hurts me to my soul. That this is happening on a stage during Christmas or any time of the year.
to be in the Christmas Spectacular! Wow, what a dream! How good is it so far?
Where did that accent come
Dude,
from?
that's. I'm so glad they didn't cut like until like hear the response, because I don't know what's worse than like saying pretty bad, or if it was just being silent, you know. Then we have This Is Rough too.
You know what they're going for there?
What are they going for there?
They're going for the Reliant K, like punk rock, like cover.
Oh, really?
The Reliant K did a really good cover of that song.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And but they did it good, unlike them.
They did it. They did it well.
Well, they did it.
That one.
Well.
That one always struck me as the production's in 10 minutes. Worship pastor.
Yep.
I need you to get out there right now and sing this song for us.
So what do we have right here? Is this Frosty?
Is Frosty the
And
Snowman.
Mrs.
And
Claus?
Obviously, it's Mrs. Claus. Open your eyes, Jacob. There was some magic in that hat? Do you mean there was some witchcraft in that hat? Isn't this like Sugar Hill Gang's like beat
Yeah, I don't
with
know.
the Rapper's Delight?
What is that?
Dude, what in the world? Like, why? I don't know who. I don't even know how this church allowed for these pants to be worn.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. And I don't. I'm assuming they made this song. I've never heard the song in my life. You heard the song? It's bad. I'm not gonna lie, that outfit's dope. Just made of shards of glass or mirror. It's like I'm watching Hunger Games. This the same vibe as the girl from the Instagram.
Yeah.
The girl we just heard.
Yeah.
All right, so we're doing red flags again. I'm gonna as you watch this video, I'm gonna hit you with some more red flags.
Let's hear a red flag.
Here's my red flag that we're gonna start out with. This is gonna be old school. We're taking it back. I'm throwing it back to like the 50s. All right. Your hips shouldn't move in church. Your hips should not move in the pulpit. It should not move on the stage. It should not move in the pews. Your hips should stay central. I don't know what this guy is going for.
Elvis?
Yeah, that's all I can, like, the shirt's unbuttoned with the wife beater, the tank top underneath it. It's just
cool.
Like, it's like cool guy. Like, he slightly looks like he's sweating a little bit. So I don't know how far to this show we are, but this isn't it. This is not what I want to see on stage.
Backstage passes to a Drake concert. I love him. He is so
Drake
cute.
concert.
Please.
Okay, so hold up. She wants an iPhone 6S, right? And in addition to that, she wants backstage passes to a Drake concert. Is that so you could call me on your cell phone?
Okay, so I only heard that song like through memes. I never sat down and listened to it.
No, I didn't either.
But I know Drake isn't going to be saying anything appropriate for church or for general listening.
Yep. And you're promoting that.
Yeah, you're promoting it. And you know what? Once again, the worst part of that video was that it was cringe. Yeah. Okay? That was the poorest setup for that one-liner. That zinger was set up by, she wants Drake tickets. She wants the phone.
The iPhone.
It's like, oh, Drake plus phone mean hot wine. It's like, good one. Thanks. I'm so glad. We mastered projection technology for you to drop that stinker. And there we have the classic Santa Claus works-based righteousness theology that we are feeding to our kids. All right, sorry. Gotta have Darth Vader.
I would like a new lightsaber, Lord Claus, if you would be so generous.
I'm going to say the one positive I'm going to say, that was a good Vader. I don't know how they did that. That wasn't just voice changer. That wasn't just voice changer. That was pretty good. I'll give it to him. This is a problem. Back to the hips issue. How in the world are these clothing, styles being?
Who approved this?
I don't know.
What?
Yeah, another problem. Mrs. Claus. I don't think that was appropriate for being on stage. Once again, we're back to this romanticized language where it's about Santa schmoozing people, right?
I don't know this song either.
I don't know. I think they made it up. No, maybe not.
See, there's layers to this game, player.
Tiramisu. This Hill's Church again.
Wow.
So,
That's intense.
yeah, there's a couple things like the fascination with The Greatest Showman. I don't understand that either. But once again, they're focusing on it being a show, so I guess it makes kind of sense. But I do wish that I could attend a church that is high class enough to have suspension cables.
Yeah.
I don't have it at Emmanuel.
No.
You don't have it here at Calvary, but I was talking to Pastor Mann in the podcast green room while I was trying to choose between the lobster and the filet mignon. And he said that they're going to try by next Christmas to have a suspension rig so that he can descend on suspension cables. So if you're excited for that, Pastor Mann has it coming down the pipeline. He told me about it. I said, dude, that's a great idea. I love it. So apparently every church has this ability. And one other thing is kind of a side note, like, what is with the design of these buildings? Like, what is all this down here? Like, this is kind of venue that you see for an award show.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what it is. Obviously, here's the orchestra pit.
Yeah.
And then choir, orchestra, choir.
Or is that VIP seating? Is that the VIP? Is that the VIP?
No, I don't think it
members?
is. I think it's just more instruments. Obviously, that's done because they anticipated on doing shows like this. So that's what that is.
Yeah, that's just like, it's like I'm watching the Game Awards again. I don't understand it. But yeah, this is, once again, we're focused on Santa, but at least this is a Christmas thing that I'm looking at. So points there.
What is this?
Once again, I don't know what. I think this is I think they go to they do a three kings thing.
See, that's the orchestra pit.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why they're like animals. Oh, so there's baby Jesus, okay. So it's like a Lion King meets Christmas celebration kind of deal.
I don't see what this has to do with
Christmas.
Christmas.
That's the whole flapper thing. I don't like. That's once again.
Oh.
Hillsong carols. Oh yeah. So I forgot about this part. Brian Houston's dad was a pedophile.
True.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. But yeah, once again, none of this is appropriate for church. And we have the drummers suspended from the ceiling as well. Very odd. Yeah, like why is there a midriff? And also like
what is happening?
This is one thing I see a lot with these productions is that it's almost just an opportunity for, I don't know if these people are staff or if they're
That's what I was going to point out.
It is a showcase for the staff, for the talent in their church.
So unfortunately, a lot of what you're seeing is actually people who don't go to this church. What you're seeing is they pay people to do this. So they'll go out. Okay, because look, if you're going to put on something like this, it's not going to be average, right?
Yeah.
So people are like, you heard the guy say, all our money.
All our money.
So really what that means is lot
hold
of their
on.
money.
All of our money, not my salary. My salary stayed right where it was.
All the extra, right? It goes to paying these professional musicians.
That makes sense.
In a lot of these churches, the bands that are leading worship, they are paid people. And a lot of times, unfortunately, they're not actually Christians. They're just getting a paycheck playing these worship songs because the church values the quality of how the music sounds over everything else. So a lot of what we're seeing right now could be people who are not Christians, who are lost people. Think about this. They are lost people coming to a church where they should be hearing the gospel at Christmas, but they're dressing up like that and singing these songs, and they're leaving thinking like, oh man, that was a cool church.
Yeah, I could go to the bomb.
I could go to that
I could
church.
attend that.
And they do, maybe,
Yeah.
but they never hear the gospel.
Yeah. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Dude, for some reason, I was like, oh, these are staff members who
some of them
wanna
probably
go out
are
there and flex,
but
you know.
What is this?
That's an angel, obviously. Now hold on. That's the riff from "Girl." You really?
You really
right,
got me?
yeah. That's
Yeah.
once again another like kind of romanticized song. Like
Also, some maybe I don't know if you pointed this out already, but like, so much of this has nothing to do with Christmas.
Yeah, that's
So
what I
is-
meant by like they're scraping the bottom of the barrel.
So
like,
what is happening?
Dude, I don't know. Like it's just anything goes for Christmas. It's weird. And he points it out as we go. Why are they doing? This is a football drill.
Those are
Those are monkey
football
rolls,
drills.
dude. We did monkey rolls all day with Coach Dimmitt, and they're doing it on stage like it's impressive. I did that with pads on.
It's more impressive. with
Yeah,
pads on.
seriously.
There he is.
Why is it Darth Vader? What is he? No, he forces these people alive. I'm sorry, but if you're gonna do Darth Vader, you got to get a good costume.
Yeah.
Don't go to the Walmart.
They ran out of money on the Grinch costume.
Seriously. They could have given him gloves, dude. Once again, dudes, why are our shirts off?
Yeah.
Like, what in the world?
I'm not gonna lie. If I was a kid in there,
One thing I can say for sure.
I'd be pretty creeped out at that.
I'd be horrified.
Dude, that's scary.
If you want to hear some embarrassing stories about me, you can ask my parents about me at Universal, and they're gonna listen to this, and they're gonna be overjoyed to have the opportunity to tell people about me at Universal when I was
So
like
are you
4.
saying that we need to have your
Bro.
parents on the podcast?
Yeah, you can. I don't care. I've heard that story so many times, dude. They took me to Universal when I was really young, dude. I went on Jaws. I lost my mind. That
You were
shark,
scared?
yeah, I freaked out.
It's really real looking.
Dude, that shark came up beside me, and I lost my mind. And they took me like stuff that I shouldn't even been afraid of. Like there was, I don't have this memory as well as they do probably. But there's like we went to a show that was just talking about the show Hercules, right? With Kevin Sorbo. And they were just talking about how like the show works, how they did effects and stuff. And at some point, this lady goes on screen and they're just interviewing her, like it's a behind the scenes thing, and she starts talking to the audience. So like us. So as a kid, I'm freaked out because the TV never talked to me, right? So the TV lady's talking to me, and she's clearly talking to us in a malicious tone. So dude, I freaked out. Apparently, I started screaming, "She's evil." They had to have my grandmother take me out, dude. Oh, man. Golly.
So, 4-year-old Royce would have been.
I'd be terrified. I would have nightmares so bad about this that to this day I would question whether it was real life or not.
That looks like white versions of the things on Harry Potter.
Yeah, the Dementors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of my Christmas Harry Potter marathon, and yeah, I can tell you for sure that is that's a white Dementor right there. That's horrific. But yeah, once again, unnecessary. I don't even know what they're supposed to. I'm
People
assuming
really like
angels.
it when you hang stuff from the ceiling and make them zip all over the place.
And another one, Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
If you were to try and make me guess what's going to show up at the Christmas celebration, I would with 10,000 guesses. I would have not said Ghostbusters. Like what? And then Slash. What like? I get like the Toy Story stuff sometimes because at least it's kid.
It's toys.
It's toys. It's like kid centric stuff. But like this is anything goes.
Yeah.
It's like pull something out of a hat. Pull something out of Slash's hat, and there you go. But yeah, what?
I need you to serve as Santa this year. Though the task may be great, I say do not fear.
Santa, I'm sorry. I'm not cut out for this stuff. Though I'd love to help you. This job sounds too tough.
I love how the drummers aren't even They're
Lots of
just in
drummers,
orange shirts.
Very good. Lots of drummers hanging from the ceiling. Very, very good.
It doesn't even look like they're playing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, the postcard's coming to life.
Do not hang camels from the ceiling.
Real camels.
Yeah, real camels. So what I can ascertain is that was like a bedtime story kind of situation.
Man.
Hiccups are back. This is going to be a rough rest of the episode.
Chug some dew.
I'm out, dude.
You already had 2 cans?
I rolled up. This was full. I had 2 cans. I filled it up before the show, drank it, filled it up right when we started, drank it. So we're
wow.
This is the real Coach King. This is the real Royce right here. Is with hiccups. So like they're doing a bedtime story thing where this girl's clearly dreaming, and is dreaming the toys. Once again, I don't know what that has to do with Christmas. I don't know where you'd find the time to fit this into your Christmas schedule either. Like, I don't know if you're doing Advent or something.
I didn't know that Christmas was really about Pixar. Anyway.
Good point, Steve. I love that we have the rock and roll kind of stereotype that we're trying to represent for that one. Like we have our kids like shredding the guitar. They all have fake tattoos on, which I'm not saying there's a problem with tattoos, but like what they're shooting for with that segment is the rock star image, the rock star kind of caricature.
Oh, here's our friend.
That's our boy.
I am wearing something spectacular.
That he sounds like a child. Like that sounds like something I'd hear a kid say. A kid would come up with those facial expressions and say something like that.
Yeah.
And it's just really off-putting, even though that's kind of a mild example.
Yep. When I see this, you know what I think?
What?
Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas fire. I remember having when I first watched this, I had a good joke in my head about something about the Empire and the Empire March that I thought was going to be really funny, but I've completely forgotten. I should have written it down, but
maybe it wasn't funny.
It probably wasn't. Funny. I do love that they have the Imperial March with the clone era clone. It really kind of highlights the fact that nothing is where it's supposed to be. It's kind of everything's out of place.
What is
Kings? It's dinosaur and it's Christmas.
I love the kid. So this is the best. The best thing is like when you have kids on stage, they're going to be vying for the supremacy of the people watching, and of course they're going to crawl on the floor and spin in circles like they're shredding, and they're just so lost in the. It's all right. This is how we're going to do it.
We're only thinking about ourselves. Hey,
Yeah.
Santa, what do you want for Christmas?
Thank you for asking. I've actually always wanted a moped.
And I want a moped and the gospel faithfully preached to the masses.
That's
cool, Santa, but we do have the moped. The moped is backstage.
Playing in Fort Lauderdale where there's no snow isn't easy. If I had a moped, I could deliver presents much easier.
What's with the dubstep?
This is probably from like 2016. That one was at least. What song is that?
I don't know.
That's a beat from something.
Sounds like a video game.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like 2K.
Maybe. Yeah, that's a menu screen thing.
Yeah.
Huh.
That dude looks like someone famous.
Yeah. That's a pro. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, they practiced a lot for this. This gives me professional vibes as well.
Yep.
Yes, they're doing the Three Kings.
This is my favorite part of the whole video, by far. It's utterly meaningless, but I just like watching it.
Yeah, I love the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Actually, I think he's one of the most fitting characters because, you know, you might get around the chestnut fire and do some s'mores or some marshmallows or something. Once again, I don't know what's the deal with those pants.
They're trying to
do that. Yeah,
they're trying the whole punk rock thing.
Yeah.
Come on, Cleveland, put your hands up with me.
Cleveland.
Yeah. Whoa, he's
That's
shredding.
actually a pretty awesome guitar solo.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we gotta have the Chipmunks. That was probably one of the more cringe things. Is the guy acting like Alvin and turning around. Because we've all heard like the Chipmunk renditions of everything.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so. Oh no, the Grinch.
What? Oh, Grinch.
Okay, pause it.
Bro, that one.
Perfect time to pause it, by the way.
Yeah.
That was a terrible Grinch costume.
Yeah,
that literally was like a Sasquatch.
Now, yeah,
dyed
that's
green.
what I think. One of the comments is like, dude, that Grinch looked like a Sasquatch that was dyed green,
That's
which
exactly.
it probably was. I doubt it's that easy to get. I bet you're having an easier time getting a Sasquatch costume than a Grinch costume, to be honest.
Yeah. So everybody needs to prepare themselves. For
This guy, golly, there's a facial expression. I'm gonna pause it during the facial expression,
Yep.
but it hurts
think
me
you
to
might
my
have-
soul.
you might have gotten it.
No, that's not it. No, no. I know, Jacob. I know it looks bad right now, and things look pretty terrible and bleak. But hold on, they're only gonna get worse.
Good is it so far?
So far. Oh no. Okay. Once again, we've got the vibe of like a kind of like a late night bowling alley karaoke night / amateur singer.
And this dude right here is definitely not on a shirt. He's professional.
Yeah, for sure. You can tell when they start like motioning towards their diaphragm that they're coached.
Whoa.
I didn't hear what he was saying.
I didn't either, but I think I hope I'm wrong, but I think that was Humble Tip. You know who Humble Tip is?
No.
He's a dude who he went to Liberty University and he's like he's a rapper and he goes around and like raps at church camps and like gets kids to apply to Liberty.
Oh.
Which means if that was Humble Tip,
you're guilty by association. Yeah, good job.
I'll have to do some research.
Yeah, do a little young Jamie, pull that up. Just kidding. We don't watch that podcast. All right.
Yeah, that dude, you're not even hearing him play drums.
Yeah.
That's just for show.
And they're not even like they're in hazard colors. I don't understand why they're dressed like that.
You have to be able to see them.
Yeah, I guess. I know you can't hear them, but you better know we put forth the effort.
There's a rocket on the bottom.
I was about to say the jet engine. I love that. This dad has been waiting his entire life for this moment.
He learned that solo in the 8th grade.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yes. He was like, dude. He's like, hold on.
I have an idea.
You need a rendition of Little Drummer Boy, but to Girl, I can't remember that song.
I don't know.
I've got you. You need that riff. That riff right there.
That's me. All
I've
me.
got you. That's
and
me
the
all
haircut,
day.
The haircut from boy bands in 2005.
Why not now? Why not me? Okay. Okay. Dang.
That's all he showed.
He keeps trolling me. Whoa.
What is-
Whoa. I didn't see this part. This is a first time viewing. Okay, never mind. I would have played more of that if I were Steve. Oh, the misery.
That is what that sounds like.
I swear, I knew I didn't get it from nowhere.
From what I can gather from this video, this is a church where everything happens in slow motion.
The kid wants to go home so bad.
Yeah, I feel you, kid.
The kid was like, dude, I could be 5 matches deep in Fortnite right
a little
now.
bit scary, but don't worry, kids. I found a script backstage, and let's just say he doesn't become one of life's winners.
Golly, dude.
Speaking of winners,
Oh my
look
gosh.
at me.
Here it is. Here it is.
I'm a soul.
Oh my
Dude.
goodness.
The CIA could not get me to go on stage and make that facial expression or do this bit. That is.
I hope they paid him handsomely.
Dude, he better been paid handsomely. I hope that 30 piece of silver was worth it. Like,
oh my,
dude, like what is this?
What in the
like?
world?
Is this supposed to I'm trying to figure out where this takes place. I'm assuming it's the Christmas story, but what part has Roman centurions in the Christmas story? Would Herod
well, he was
have
talking
Roman?
about Herod.
Yeah, would Herod have Roman? That's possible, right? Would Herod be the one?
I should know this. Geographically, where was he at?
He was ruling over Bethlehem. I'm assuming where they're at, right? I don't know, dude. Listen, I didn't prepare for this part. I didn't prepare to think about this part too much. So forgive me if I make.
It's the Christmas special. Come on.
Yeah, it's Christmas special. Spectacular! Yeah, like. And these are, I think it's another Three Kings, which I don't know what style they're going for.
Parkour.
Yeah. Gotta get the best work out of the elves before they
Tumbling
unionize.
elves. This is almost as good as.
Good one.
Good one, Steve. Steve has some good one-liners. He's a funny guy.
We did it! It's snowing! What lovely weather for a sleigh ride together!
So
it keeps getting worse.
His act is like childish, but also like effeminate at the same time.
Yeah, that's weird.
Which should not be on stage at church or on stage anywhere. When, I don't know.
I really do feel like Kozar right now. When is this going
when
to
is it
end?
end? He probably was editing it together. Like, we're almost done. I know this is something different. We probably won't do this again if no one likes it. But it was the perfect video to use for this segment.
Shred.
Gotta play it behind
Let
your
me
back.
conclude this little video by saying that I don't pretend to know the motives of all the volunteers who worked obviously very hard on all.
This is a good thing that Steven does. He's not just slamming
I'm sure that
people.
most of these church productions eventually got around to saying something about the true message of Christmas. I know that. But the way that message has been covered up by so many layers of other
Layers like tiramisu.
stuff seems counterproductive. It seems like there's a subliminal message that says, we don't think the story of God humbling himself to be born as a man in order to atone for our sins is good enough.
I think that's what I was
Sure,
trying to
they
get
know
at with
it
the
would
whole
come right out
like
of
space
stage.
thing.
But the form we use to convey a message can say just as much as the message itself. It also seems like an insult to the viewer's attention span and intelligence to spend so much effort on entertaining people, as if they aren't capable of thinking deeply about anything. Those are just my thoughts. Hope I don't offend you too much, and I really appreciate you watching this.
Okay, so
read your Bible.
Yeah, so if you're that's all we're gonna be using
Man.
for videos. But please, if you have not, subscribe to Messed Up Church. I really
ahead.
enjoy his content. I love some long form content where I can sit and listen to the people talk a lot.
I really love their Hit the Bar.
Absolutely. They're hit the bar. For some more mature individuals, they're pretty funny.
Yep.
I don't give that kind of clout lightly, that they're funny. But they're enjoyable a lot of the time, and they're covering things biblically. Like they're telling you things to help you understand. It's not simply just ragging on people.
Yeah.
I only had one red flag throughout that entire video, but I think how you present yourself is very important on stage,
Yeah.
and on the pulpit. And clearly, that was not something that was important to whoever was the showrunner or executive producer of whatever we just watched.
I just wonder, like, I keep going back to the whole encouraging message thing. I know that's at the very beginning, but like, what does that mean? Like, I would love to know, like, what are they even talking about?
I think the best way I've heard this explained, I've heard it twice from two very smart people. Timothy Brindle, he rapped about the story of David and Goliath, and he talked about like the typical kind of encouraging, feel good way that the David and Goliath story is usually preached. And he says it could be amen in a synagogue, meaning that there's no gospel weight to whatever is being talked about, right? And also, Miss Gillum said that. So, that statement is 2 for 2, right, for smart people saying it. I just said it's 2 for 1, but, you can't win them all, But that's the point, is like, what are we encouraging them to do, right? What are you supposed to walk away thinking about after sitting in one of those productions, right?
Yeah.
Maybe one day we can pull up and maybe do, a critique of maybe one of their Christmas messages to say, hey, here's after it simmered down, this is what they did, But I don't know. I don't know if, because usually they'll sometimes do roundups for those as well, like the Christmas message and the Easter message, and they're just as bad.
Yeah.
Like they're terrible. But yeah, it is a shame seeing all this stuff happen for Christmas when Christmas is supposed to be such a celebration of what we should be talking about. For example, I went to Disney this past week. I've mentioned it already, but the reason we went is because we want to go see the Very Merry Christmas Party or something. It's like they do Christmas stuff at Disney, right? And they're hardcore about it. We went and we did the celebration with like the parade. Literally, basically, I could have closed my eyes and be like, oh, am I at Church by the Glades during this processional? But like a parade. Then one night they had the candlelight processional.
Yeah.
And that was really neat because what they'll do is they'll have a celebrity come and read the story of Jesus' birth. Right.
At Disney?
Yeah, at Disney. At Disney.
What?
Yeah, I was mind blown. So Mariska Hargitay, Law and Order lady, did it this year, right? And of course she gets up there and she does a bit. It was pretty funny. She said like, "This is the Voice of Liberty band, and these are their stories," which is her line at the beginning of the show, and it goes dun dun.
Yeah,
whatever. But like, so she reads a little bit.
She read from the Gospels.
She read from the Gospels. Right now, this is something I want to kind of highlight that.
Disney World did something better than Church by the Glades.
Kind of, right? So there's an idea that I was thinking about when I was sitting there listening to her talk and her read the Gospels, because every time she'd read like a little segment, then they'd sing a carol. They'd read a little segment and sing a hymn, right?
They sung hymns?
Yeah, they sang like actual Christmas carols, like, Heart Hailed Angels Sing. I think Silent Night. I can't remember a song because it was a lot. It was kind of like stimulus overload, right?
That's really cool.
But
I did not know about that.
She was singing. Sorry, she was speaking the story and saying every little bit, and and they'd sing some hymns. And one thing that really stuck with me, that's kind of beautiful about the celebration of Christmas, is that Christmas carols are widely known. Like they're known by everybody. Like hymns, of all the hymns people know, Christmas carols are a hefty majority of them, right? So there's this idea that you cannot escape the meaning of Christmas.
Yeah.
No matter what they do, well, honestly, they did a pretty good job. Because they didn't even do Christmas. They did anything but Christmas.
Yeah.
But like, the message of Christmas is inescapable. It's it's simply like how we talked about last time about suppressing the truth. The truth of Christmas, the celebration of what Christmas really is, emerges from the water. You can't hold it down.
Right.
Which, for no lack of trying. So we're in a secular place. They're singing hymns, right? They can be as secular as they want. They can be as God-hating as they want, but they are singing the truth of the gospel. They're singing the theological truths found in the gospels, in those hymns. They're singing with their own mouths, right? Mariska Hargitay, I don't know what her, theological standing is, right? But she read from the gospels, right? They highlighted the messages found in the hymns, and the hymns are theology that's been put to words, right?
So when she read from Scripture, did she actually say, "This is Luke"? Or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if she said the reference, but like it was obvious she was
reading.
It was obvious she was reading from Scripture, and obviously she wasn't, right? Which is what I want to get at the end. But your listeners, you were seeing people, even if they want to acknowledge this is what Christmas is about.
How many people were there?
There were a lot. I think they had like 3 shows, so the little area was packed for each one, right? But they could not escape the supremacy of what Christmas is about, which is what it's an encouraging thing to think about, right? Yeah. Even when you see, like in the video, you said all these people were hired, right? They're hired to come and sing. It's like, yes, they're hired to come and sing the truth of the gospel. They're hired to come and sing the truth found in these hymns, right? Which, granted, they're doing their best to ruin it, but they're still singing it, right? That with their tongue, they're singing the truth. So she reads and reads and reads. So she gets to the end where you can clearly tell she's off script. She's no longer reading from the Bible. And she tries her best to kind of tie it all in and say, Jesus, he lived a life of love. He lived a life of healing. He lived a life of generosity and helping people and loving each other. Really trying her best to make it not a message of salvation, but a message of be a chill human being.
The encouraging message.
Yeah, exactly. That would be the encouraging messaging part, which is kind of what they're going to do as well. But it's juxtaposed against the truths they were singing, right? Yeah. In this celebration, yes, she did a terrible job applying it herself. But in the end, we've got an entire group of people singing Silent Night, singing Heart the Herald Angels Sing, and we're all singing it together, right? And it's like almost a flash forward or a preview of like every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess. It's like this is the foresight, this is the preview of what you're gonna do, right? Which is it's beautiful. I remember, so I talked about it a little bit earlier before we started recording, but I did I had a cover for Bible study last, I think 2 weeks ago, and I chose to talk about Hark the Herald Angels Sing as what I kind of work through to kind of remind people that the stuff we enjoy for Christmas, these songs we sing that are widely known, both in the secular and the Christian world, are rich with theology. And it's always fun doing the Bible studies at church because like it's live streamed to Facebook, but I've also got like people in the Bible study as well. Yeah. So it's like I have hostages. And they can't go anywhere.
They have to listen.
Yeah, they have to listen to whatever Royce has cooked up in his head. So I talked about Hark the Herald Angels Sing, and if you want, I can post a link later. But just find that song. Like go and like if you want an example of a song with so much rich theology and things to pull from and understand, that is one of the best. Like. So many ideas and so many concepts from Scripture explicitly and from theology are laid out in that song in 4 lines. And if we're going to represent Savannah, George Whitfield has his own rendition of it. He wrote his own version, kind of adjusting Charles Wesley's version, and he wrote his own. And dude, it is fire. It is amazing. Like the stuff I just learned, not really learned, but like the way it was put, it's like Like it talks about, the seed of the woman crushing the head of the serpent in one stanza. And the one line I love the most is like, mild he lay his glory by.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot to unpack there,
Yeah.
right? And we're at Disney and people are singing these things.
Yeah.
Right? And it's just that's one portion of it that's beautiful. I was listening to I think it was R.C. Sproul had like a short video where he was talking about the same thing. He's like, they cannot take Christmas from us. He's like, I'll drive down the street, I'll see lit up deer, I'll see Santa Clauses on people's front lawns. They're trying their best to take Christmas away from Christ, but they cannot do it. In the carols we sing and all these ideas and things we celebrate, it is intrinsic, and they can't do it, right? Even though they try their best in the videos, they did their best. They really tried. They really tried to make it as random, as secular as possible.
And
but
these are churches.
These are churches, right? Which is unfortunate. Like I said, Disney, even with Mariska Hargitay's terrible ending part, did a better job of it. Than whatever. And it was just, it was cool. It was cool to see. Kind of encouraging, right?
I had no idea they did that.
Yeah, it's cool. And they have different celebrities each night or whatever, or each year. I don't know, but it is fun. It was pretty cool. It was cool to experience that. The people who sang were great, but yeah, it's crazy that Disney was able to harness that a little bit better than places we call churches.
Wow.
Do you have anything you want to add about the entire situation?
I don't know. I think it's been pretty straightforward, like what we're trying to get at with this episode. Of course, we're trying to have fun, and hopefully you guys are having fun watching the silly things we've been showing. But as cliche as it sounds, don't forget exactly what we are celebrating this time of year, every year. And don't let it just be a one-time-a-year thing that you're celebrating Christ, obviously. I don't think it was until maybe I was even in college that I really started putting this into practice, but like actually taking time and slowing down, around when Christmas is here, and just open your Bible and read the beginning of the Gospel of Luke, or any of them, just read it. Just make sure that, presents are great and the food and family and all these things are awesome, but don't forget, exactly what it is that we're celebrating.
Yeah.
And don't let it just be baby Jesus was born. Like, no, let's think about, just like you were getting out the lyrics to that. What was it? Mild he lay his glory by. Like there's so much there. Like,
that's
just
fire,
just
dude.
think
Dude,
about it. Like what
golly,
happened? What happened when Jesus was born? Don't get caught up in all the other stuff that doesn't matter, but focus on Christ. Focus on the thing that we need to be focused. Make the main thing the main thing. That's what we say all the time.
Exactly.
Right?
Like for example, I gotta talk about some of these lyrics. If you want to watch my full rundown, like check it out. But dude, some of these lines are just absolutely amazing. So, we talk about him being the Prince of Peace. Obviously, Dr. Mann talked about that, like in one of our chapels, right?
Yep.
Hail the Son of Righteousness. Like, and the example isn't S-O-N, not like in the Son of God. It's Son as in the sky, which is referring to Malachi. Like how the Son is going to reveal everything, and it's going to be a righteous revealing of everything. Like, dude, how in the world? Like, it's all this. We're singing it.
Yep.
You could literally memorize ideas and concepts in Scripture and in theology by singing something, right? And my favorite one, mild he lay his glory by, born that men no more may die, born to raise the sons of earth, born to give them second birth. So we're talking about this idea of regeneration, of being born again, right? And then we have the idea of mildly laying his glory by. He came as a human. He came mildly, right? And we see, mercy's mild and stuff
Humility,
like that early, right? Which is this idea of being mild is that it's like you said, humility.
Yeah.
He could have just come and just destroyed everything, but he didn't. He came as a human and suffered with us. He could have come and immediately just been like, all right, I'm here. Let's get this thing over with. No, he suffered and lived with us.
Yeah.
So we can look to him and say, oh, he is like us.
Yeah.
He suffered like we have suffered. He's dealt with these things like we've dealt with them. And he did it without sinning.
Yep.
Right? it's just golly. Hold on, let's talk about a couple more. Come, desire of nations, come, fix in us thy heavenly home. Rise, the woman's conquering seed, bruise in us the serpent's head. Now this is a point, dude. Oh my gosh, this stanza. Doug Wilson pointed this out in his sermon about this, but he fixates specifically on fixing us thy heavenly home, because in the next line he says, bruise in us serpent's head. Not over there, serpent's head. Bruise the serpent's head that is within us. Bruised in us our sinful nature. Mm-hmm. Bruised in us this old man that wants to, pursue the things of the flesh, pursue the things of sin, right? Yeah. It's just like, dude, this one, I'm sorry. We're going with these last couple. Adam's likeness now efface. Stamp thy image in its place. Second Adam from above, work in us by thy love.
Wow.
Like, the idea, like, Adam's our federal head. He was the one who represented us. He messed up, right? Yep. He sinned. Yep. He decided he was going to be God, right? So he has to remove Adam's image and place another image in its place, because we still bear the image of God, but it's just messed up. It's ruined. It's tarnished, right? Golly, dude. Like, please listen to some Christmas carols. And the thing is, you can go anywhere for some Christmas carols, right? Because every pagan has a Christmas album. Every godless human being has a Christmas album where they're singing carols like they're, going to church next Sunday, right? Like, one of my favorite Christmas albums is Penny and Sparrow, right? Their Christmas album is amazing, because that's really where because they sing things slowly. It's not like the kind of carol kind of vibe. It's slow singing it. So it's the first time I ever thought about these lyrics in a lot of these Christmas songs. Like, when I heard Hark the Herald Angels Sing and heard it slowly, every line slowly, and I just thought about what it meant. Dude, it changed everything. All these things were like, dude, I'm listening to Christmas carols in July, because of what's there.
The truth in them.
Yeah, the truth in them. And that's what, the things we can kind of fix it on is when all this stuff is kind of going crazy and, not really reliable, we can look back to the source material we have, our hymns, the Bible, and have what we need.
Yeah.
Right? Even though we're trying to, reinvent the wheel over and over again.
Yeah. Man. Everybody should listen to that song.
Yeah. So, we'll post as much content as we need in the links. We'll post Messed Up Church. We'll post my talk about Hark the Herald Angels Sing, if you guys want to hear that, because that was fun. Just looking and talking about lyrics like that. That's a fun time.
Yeah.
Right. If you want, like my dad did, he counted how many times I said when I did it. According to him, it was at least 40 times. I apparently said 40 times.
I
little more.
I wonder if you say that a lot in the podcast.
I don't think I do. Maybe it's just because I was,
Were you nervous?
I don't know if I was nervous, but whenever I do the Bible studies like that, I've usually found something I find really interesting, and I'm trying to share it all as comprehensively and as quickly as possible. And I come across as like a conspiracy theorist, trying to kind of, I'm
the guy, the meme.
Yeah, the meme. No, hold on. So it goes fine, but it's clear that, I'm a little overexcited and stuff like that, but it's a fun time.
Man.
But, I hope you guys have enjoyed the Brick by Brick Christmas special. If you guys like this kind of stuff, I know this was probably more of a visual episode than usual, but we hope you guys enjoyed it. We're signing off from the North Pole.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, well, you guys have a Merry Christmas. We'll catch you next time.